Alright guys, I didn't want to do any more videos tonight. I figured the 6 I did and the 1 repeat being 7. This is all I pretty much had the energy for today, but I found this thing online and I wanted to show you this. It came from the Pete Santilli show. You can watch it. I'm not going to show everything, obviously. Everybody's kind of pissed off because somebody put this up there and it seems like it's a horse and pony show or whatever you want to call it, where basically the video shows nothing that you can physically see. And there's a bunch of sounds going on in the backwards, and I've listened to it for a little while, folks. And if you're listening well enough, and I hope people can dispel this, but it seems like the sounds and everything repeat, almost like somebody put the pieces together in a straight line over the video. I'm going to go ahead and show this. I stopped mine at 2 minutes because I just got tired of this. Blaine Cooper and YouTube channel put this up via the Pete Santilli show. Pete Santilli is asking everybody to verify this. If you can verify this, that's great. Bone rattling, hashtag JadeHelm15, firefight with militia reportedly 7 a.m. in Texas. 3907 views so far. The thing is, folks, I've watched up to 2 minutes, right? And these guys, if they're in the middle of a firefight, they would be changing mags. They would be doing all kinds of things. There would be screaming going on. And there doesn't seem to be anything going on. You do hear stuff. You do hear sirens in the background. So there's some kind of drill. These guys are basically in a prone position watching something. I don't understand what it is or what it isn't. If I were to put this as, is it real, I would say it's real at about 15%, unless somebody can prove it higher. But at 15%, which is lower than 50%, I have to say that this is bogus at the moment. But let me play, I'm going to play up to about 2 minutes just to give you guys fresh perspective on this. Alright, guys?
Fundpeople.com. Support GMN and, of course, start your fundraising campaign today.
Yeah.
Here's the report. JadeHelm15 firefight with militia at 7 a.m. in the streets of Texas. And a special hat tip to Blaine Cooper, who sent this to us, and the YouTube channel Google
Cooper's
Plus Sucks. Just listen to this.
And all throughout this thing, you don't hear anyone screaming or anything else. There's cars going up and down. Rocky camera, almost like UFO footage. Guys that don't seem to be reloading or doing anything. The guy standing in the middle of the street. Okay, now he's starting to walk back a little bit. That's good. But still, in a major firefight, you would think the guy would be at least on the ground recording, or put the camera down, let it record, and go behind a truck or something. I don't see any bullets. I don't see any live rounds going off. Wait, hang on a second, folks. Let me go back a second. I think I just saw something live. No, about right here. Oh shit! Look at that. Hang on. Let me go back. Let me go back. Hang on. Let me go back one more time. No. You go back and forward. About 23. Okay, it's pretty much right at 125. Come on, get back here. There we go. See the muzzle flash? See the muzzle flash? Now, again, it doesn't mean it has to be real. They could be using dummy rounds. And Look at the ground around it, folks. As much as you can see, as blurry as this is. And there aren't any holes in anything. Nothing. But look, there's a muzzle flash. I did not notice that when I played it back the first 2 minutes. So at 1 minute 28 seconds, there's a muzzle flash coming from this right here. Doesn't mean this is live fire, it just means there's a muzzle flash of some kind or another. Okay, and right there, at 129, he seemingly reloads. Hang on, let me get to... I'm talking about the guy in the Jeep. Okay, let's see here. Okay, here. At 129 to 130, the guy in the Jeep here seems to reload. There you go, see him? His arm is going up. So, I don't know if this is live fire or not, but what I do see is I do see some kind of training going on. I can't say it's live fire. I can't even tell who is who and what is what because the police car that was over here left. Oh yeah, another muzzle flash. Look at that. At 131, there was another muzzle flash over here. Oh, a couple more muzzle flashes this way. Oh yeah, more muzzle flashes. Okay, so there's some fireworks going off, but I don't see anything major going on. Okay, so this guy is really putting down rounds, at least in a simulated fashion. Let's see if there's anything going on here. Alright. Now, see, this is what's weird right here. At 148, I saw this, and I thought this was weird. This guy calmingly is just turning the corner. Nothing to see here, nothing going on. If this was real, this guy would be swerving around that corner or doing something else. There's the cop car. Oh, I heard noises. Heard sounds. Heard voices, rather. Right there. At 2 minutes in, people are screaming. Right there. At 2:06, they're screaming. That police car would not be sitting there if this was really going on, folks.
Now, of course, this is just a simulation, ladies and gentlemen. Our special forces operators, our military, are just practicing in a realistic environment with, churches, gas stations, U.S. streets, and just a realistic environment for them to practice for the battlefield in the Middle East, of course. I guess they have similar-looking cities and signage, and they just want to be as realistic as possible. Of course, they're just practicing here.
All right. Not going to put up Pete Santilli. I put here, I agree, Pete. There are real citizens itching for a fight, and this is fraudulent as it comes. I believe that because I still don't see any bullets coming this way in the return direction. All I see is muzzle flashes and various other things of that nature. I have yet to see shells being dispersed. This would be filled with shells, and I haven't seen one shell go off or hit the ground and hearing the ting. So I have yet to decide whether or not this is even remotely real.
The United States of America.
Yeah, we get it. Alright, guys, so I wanted to put this up. Pete, I know you'll let me put this out there for every patriot out there. Everybody, this is what's going on. I believe this was part of the training exercise. But they have it as hashtag JDown15 Firefight with militias at 7 a.m. in Texas streets. As of right now, I'm going to put this up as false for several reasons. I don't know that is on my screen. Let me see if it goes away.
America, and that thing doesn't.
Yeah, okay, he just. Alright, anyways, couple things pro, couple things negative. Negative, there is no casings on the ground whatsoever. Negative, that cop car just keeps sitting there. The camera guy isn't moving while bullets are being exchanged in his direction. There is nothing really going on to say, hey, there's a real firefight going on. This guy here in front several times reloaded or moved to adjust sights or do something of that sort. There were some muzzle flashes, which could have been dummies. But again, there was nothing to really say that this was live. So as of right now, I'm going to call this one out. I'm going to say that this is fake until it's proven real. I have my reasons why I don't believe this is real. Simple physics alone says there are no shell casings going off, even if it's simulated. And you would think, even in a simulated environment, they would have hot shell casings everywhere. Why not? They could sweep it up afterward and use it. So there's no shell casings. The guys are barely reloading. The cop, the guy with the camera, and various other people, including the guy just turning the street, didn't care. They just kind of went along their way. There was some screaming about 2 minutes, 5 seconds into it. But that was it. If this was real, I mean, you'd have shell casings. You'd have people screaming. The cop car wouldn't be moving back and forth along a designated perimeter, especially a guy driving. I mean, as far as I know, those kind of cop cars wouldn't exactly be out and about. Lots of other things. The main thing I feel is that the camera guy is just standing there, probably in the middle of shooting the film where those bullets would be coming back at that Humvee. And that guy in that Humvee isn't ducking or doing nothing. I don't care how much experience you got. Eventually, you know, your buddy on the ground is going to take over or something. I mean, I know it's 2 minutes in. I understand that. But still, it's just too much of the physics doesn't make sense for a live fire environment. Especially screaming. There would be lots and lots of screaming. For any number of things, too. The cars would not be just patrolling. You know, it would be somewhat chaotic. And it was pretty organized and almost sounded like the sounds were going on in the background after the video was taped. Sorry, folks. I'm doing my best here. But I have to call this one busted, or this myth busted. At least until it's proven otherwise.